What's up, everybody? Welcome to March Mascot Madness 3, the hype stream of March Mascot Madness 3. I just realized that I was going to get my notebook, and I forgot to grab my notebook. And then I found where I put my notebook, and I'm going to get my notebook. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome on into the stream. Watch me throw shirts around. How's it going? Let's get excited about March Mascot Madness. Oh, pardon me. As soon as I find a pen. Here we go. We're going to play 4 games today. We're also going to take a look at every single matchup of the 64 matchups for the of the 32 matchups of the 64 teams in this year's tournament. I have a list of all of the matchups here somewhere. Oh, here it is. We'll leave that there. But the first thing we need to do is we need to actually pick the teams that are going to be playing in today's mini showcase. It's not a tournament. We're just doing one round. The first time I did this, I did 4 just games, and that was it. And then the last 2 times I've done tournaments. I just want to pick 4 teams or 8 teams for 4 games, and we'll figure it out from there. What I've done is I've found a random number picker, and I am going to select the first 4 numbers that come from the first 4 numbers 1 through 32, and then the second 4 numbers, or the first 4 numbers, whatever. Who cares? We'll figure it out. I feel like I'm too excited and I can't focus. 4 matchups, 4 teams from the top half of the bracket, 4 teams from the bottom half of the bracket. We'll match them up. We'll have some fun. I did the first roll, and the first roll is number 59. So I need to find 64, 3, 2, 1, 0. North Carolina. North Carolina is team number 1. Carolina, 48, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49. Florida, all right, 48 again, 35, all right, so that would be, so 35 and 36, half of 36 is whatever, 18. Georgia? Oh, you know what? Georgia's going to play North Carolina. No, actually, no, that's not right. Never mind. And then we have, 35. I'm sorry. It's not Georgia. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. What 35? Oh. Where'd that Georgia game go? Georgia. It's actually LSU. A team that we've seen actually a lot. Okay. 35. 17, which will be game number, that's 16, that's Colorado. Colorado is going to take on North Carolina. We have our first matchup, Colorado, North Carolina. Got to draw 5 more numbers here. 12. Tennessee is going to take on Florida. Tennessee. Tennessee and Florida. A lot of SEC here. This is not great for, maybe it's great for popular teams. 46. Okay, so this is the final team from the bottom half of the bracket. So that's 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Was it 42 was Baylor? 43, 44, 45. 46, BYU. BYU is our 4th team from the bottom bracket. They also are a new team. 60, 26. 26. Oh, perfect. A little local representation in Gonzaga. They will be taking on LSU. We'll put that one in Spokane. We'll put that in my hometown. GONZA. And then last but not least, next under 32 team number is our final one. It is team number 22. Be game number 11. Oh, and that is going to be Pittsburgh. We'll go ahead and all right, so here we go. We have our 4 matchups that we're going to look at today. We have Colorado, North Carolina. We have Tennessee, Florida. LSU, Georgia. And then BYU and Pittsburgh, which means I need to get myself a new thumbnail photo because I probably really shouldn't be using the Cougars and the Huskies for everything because that's very confusing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch these 4 games. Before we watch these 4 games, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to put a prediction here. Who wins? And then we have Colorado. And then we have North Carolina. I'm going to run this for 2 minutes, and in the 2 minutes, we are going to... okay. Got it. Great. We're going to run this for 2 minutes. In the 2 minutes, I'm going to show you the first 8 matchups of March Mascot Madness number 2. First up, we have matchup number 1, which is right here, right in front of our face. Oh, can I predict? Oh, I can't predict? I can't predict? Oh, no. Streamers and mods can't cast a prediction in the channel that they manage. That sucks. Alright, that's fine. We have our first matchup, though, which is Washington State and Washington. Washington State never won a game. Washington usually just gets to the second round. So that's the first matchup of the whole tournament. Next up, we have Texas and Kentucky. Where's good old Kentucky? That is matchup number 2. Following that, we have California. California taking on the Duke Blue Devils, former champ Duke Blue Devils. There they are. Rounding out the first half of the first day, we have Louisville and Oregon State. Louisville, a team that I'm hoping loses. I know I'm a commentator. I'm supposed to be impartial. I'm not supposed to push in either which way. Louisville's won the last 2 tournaments and they've dominated. I'd like to see them go down as soon as possible so we have a new or different champion. But they are taking on Oregon State right here. So Cardinals and Beavers. Next up, we actually have Oregon, oddly enough. But they won't play each other for a while if they get that far. We have Oregon, and they are taking on Auburn. Auburn is in the A's. Auburn. Alabama. That's a popular pick. There's the Auburn Tigers. We have Nebraska and Tennessee coming up next. Nebraska. Got to go all the way to the T's here. There's got to be a better way to do this. My shoulder hurts. Nebraska, Tennessee. Missouri. LM. There they are. Missouri, the Naked Tigers taking on Iowa. Iowa Jayhawks. That's a very yellow matchup. If I had caught this, I probably would have fixed it. And then last but not least, we have UNLV taking on Texas Tech. This is a hand-picked matchup. So is the Washington State matchup. I only have a couple of them this time around, just because I just did that. But this is the Yosemite Sam matchup, as we have 2 very Yosemite Sam characters matching up. I handpicked this one because I thought it was funny, but most of them are just randomized, and then certain teams get specific spots to hopefully entice people to check it out. But let's go ahead and jump in here to game number 1 of our 4-game festival. I was originally going to do the regular length of games, but I might cut that down a little bit. Just a little bit. Colorado taking on North Carolina. That's our first game. So we'll go all the way back here to the C's. Colorado taking on North Carolina. I went the way wrong way. NC State, North Carolina Tar Heels. You got a matchup of horns here. There you go. Give myself a little pause there where I'm looking at the camera. And we'll get off to a rollicking start here. We're going to go settings. So it's always played on All-American. In the normal tournament, every game will be the 10-minute halves. But I think for the purposes of this, do I want to do 10-minute halves? Oh, I don't know. I think we'll try to keep things moving at a little bit more of a crisper pace. So 10 minutes is about 30 minutes. 7 minutes should be about 20, hopefully. So we'll go ahead and work with 7-minute games here, or 7-minute halves. We'll cut it down just a smidge. Regular going to be the full 10. We'll do the whole thing, but we'll keep things moving for the purposes of this hype stream. Get you excited, and hopefully not get you too tired out here. So we don't play. We just watch. Here we go. We're in game number 1. Hopefully the volume's pretty good. I usually like to run these pretty loud, just from the crowd noise perspective. There is no commentary. I am your commentary, and we'll get this underway here. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, they for some reason did not load the settings correctly, which is odd. So hang on. We got to go to settings, preferences. I believe is what it's under. Commentary volume. I definitely loaded the settings, and maybe I didn't save them correctly. There we go. So here we go. We are good. Are you serious? Are you serious? Brad Nessler, stop talking. This is the Sean Show, all right? This is the Sean Show. Where we do this, we do that, we do this, and we resume the game. I may have to bump the volume up a little bit. Maybe their crowd's just quiet. We have Harris over here. I think this is going to be a interesting new thing with the names under it. Moving over to Terry. Passes the ball to Harris. Did I bump the volume on this? Oh, I didn't. That's why. Again, it's a hype stream. We're trying to get excited for it. It's also a test run to make sure that I do things correctly. We'll have these brackets up above me the entire time. You can go to the site that's right below me. As long as it's Thursday before 2 p.m. Pacific time, you're good to fill one out. And hopefully have a good time. We have a 2-0 game here with Colorado taking on North Carolina. Nice steal there for Colorado. Driving the ball up the floor. We have Givens losing the ball. Beasley picks it up. Terry dribbling around the outside, and that's going to be a nice alley-oop to Kerr, who couldn't finish it off. Suber to Fulton to Hollins to Jamtown. There you have it, 2-2. And I think this will be a nice lengthy game. Givens giving himself the bucket there. The good news is, so the reason I picked the 4 from the top, 4 from the bottom, and I put them against each other, the chances of a repeat are so low in that scenario. They only can meet up again in the 3rd place game or in the championship game. But this is what you get. I feel like I haven't explained this very well. I feel like I got too excited. But this is March Mascot Madness. This is what we do. I do it every March and every September. Every 6 months, I take out a whole chunk of about 32 hours of stream time to broadcast these games. Don't play them, just watch, commentate along, have some fun. We have cool new things that we can do this time around. Bracket challenge winner. If you go to the site, fill out a bracket, you're in to win for an opportunity to win a free gift sub. Whoever wins gets the free sub to twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex. And with the brand new edition of predictions, we'll be doing some predictions as well. That should be pretty fun. And yeah, it's a great time. I update you on the brackets. We keep things going. We always have the stuff going. I love it. I love doing it. I think it's a total blast. And yeah, it'll be every Thursday and Friday in the month of March. It'll post on YouTube every Saturday and Sunday in the month of March. And then we'll repeat the whole process again in September, which we'll see. Barring the stream schedule changing, will be the similar thing, Thursday and Friday, and then posting on Saturday and Sunday. That works out very nicely. So here we go. Oh, I should also mention we're using a brand new game this year. This is March Madness 2007. March Madness 06 we used twice in a row. I thought that was going to be the game that was going to work the best. Turns out it's not, because Louisville is just too dominant. They won back-to-back tournaments. They won the last tournament very easily. And so we're working with a new game, hopefully alleviating that problem. Nice block by Colorado down low. North Carolina comes up with a loose ball, scores the points. I'll be keeping track of the best games. We're going to do all sorts of stuff. It's a blast. Hopefully you'll join Thursdays, Fridays throughout the month of March. Missed shot there. North Carolina running the ball. Fulton. That's a defensive foul. Those are the hardest to call because it looks like it's a defensive foul, but it also looks like the ball is out of bounds. We see the teams a lot of times, they have too much momentum. They push themselves behind the basket. They turn around to shoot it, and it's an out-of-bounds call. Or it's a defensive foul, and it's very difficult to tell. Missed the free throw there, so Harris, he's going to get stuffed. Givens gets the ball. Misses off the right side of the rim. Fulton coming up the floor. Suber. Nice little float touch shot there. And it is a 6-9 game. Nice. Colorado got off to a very good start. Oh my goodness, you got to take that shot. Why are you driving it? You take that three. Colorado got off to a hot start. I believe they were up 6-2 while I was rambling. And then Carolina's done a nice job outscoring them 7-2 here over the last several minutes. Terry with a nice recovery of the loose ball. Working around the floor. Going all the way around, looking for that three-play. Givens, short off the right side. What the fuck? Jesus God. It took me like 5 vibrates to figure out what the hell was happening. So here we go. Terry breed it up the floor. They're down 11. We're under 2 minutes to go here. First half action. Back out to Terry. Givens. We see that play a lot. They run by the baseline. They try to run out to the 3 to free themselves up. Harris probably traveled. Givens kind of trying to run that play again. Back to Harris. Harris pump fakes. Bounce pass to Terry. Terry back to Harris. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Givens working it around. Givens passes in. It got tipped and stolen away. So that was a big wasted possession there. They had 35 seconds on the shot clock, and it ends in a steal. That is bad. Givens to Terry. Terry dribbles up. Terry passes to Harris. Harris, 3. Short off that right iron. We've seen a couple of those, just not quite have enough mustard on them. There's a jam home for the North Carolina Tar Heels, who now lead 13-8 as we go under a minute here. Nice move there, and just couldn't get enough on the ball. That was a beautiful move and a great shot. Fulton got blocked, came up with the loose ball, drove the ball, got the foul. All kinds of madness happening there. Fulton from the line, good for 1. Off on the second one. Beasley passes to Harris. They have a little bit of a fast break. North Carolina does a great job getting back on defense to stop that. Pass to Givens driving on the left side. Nothing doing there. Fulton coming up here, shooting a deep two. They had the opportunity to drive in the lane, but nothing doing there. Stolen away by Fulton. Over to Hollins. North Carolina now up 16-8. Remember, it was 6-2 early in this game, I think. I was rambling. Down to 10 seconds here. Pass to Harris. Harris, deep three. That one is good. So 3, 2, 1. Shot is up. It is way off the mark, and we will move on to the second half of action here. Hollins taken in half court here. North Carolina gets the ball first. Bounce pass into Suter. Looking around the outside. Hollins drives, backs out, passes to Fulton. Fulton drives, backs out, back to Suber. Nice shot there off the right iron, no good. Well defended there by Colorado. Stolen away by Suber. He's had a couple of those. Careful, he has quick hands. Fulton short on the three. Colorado looking for an opportunity 2-on-2. It's going to be a foul. Shot is short, so no basket. Put him on the line for two. First one up and good. You can cut it down to a one-score game here, Harris. Off the left iron, no good. Tipped in, no good. Rebounded. Suber way ahead of everybody. Bounce pass back to Fulton. Fulton lobs it up to, I believe that's Hollins. That's how you do a little alley layup situation there. There's a nice pass play inside. There is a momentum meter. I don't know. I kind of hopefully that doesn't really have a whole lot to do with anything, but we'll see what happens. Suber over in the corner. Hollins, actually that was Hollins, sorry. Suber passed it to Hollins. There's a drive. Harris inside, drawing another foul. So again, can cut it to a one-score game. Either 3 or 2 points. At 3 right now. Two for 2 from the line. So that'll knock it down. 5:30 remaining here in the second half. Suber dancing around, drives in the lane. Nice recovery defense by Colorado. They're rewarded with a nice block there. It'll go out of bounds off Colorado, so North Carolina will get the ball. They need some good defense here. .23 seconds on the shot clock. Fitting for North Carolina. That's where Michael Jordan went. In the corner, Terry brings it up the floor. Getting dangerously close to a backcourt violation. For some reason decided that was the time that he needed to turn 90 degrees to the left. I like flirting with danger. He says Sheffield keys the ball in. Suber, a couple of steals. To his credit. Passes the ball. Sheffield, that's a beautiful shot just inside the three-point line. So that'll be a 22-18. Give it over to Terry. Colorado down by 4. That's Suber again getting the ball loose. Terry has had problems holding on to it. He ate about a lot of Butterfingers before the game. Suber is taking advantage. Terry kicks it over to Gibbons. Gibbons back to Harris. They're working around the three-point line here. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Terry dribbles, trying to get a move going. Deep three is well short on the left iron. Offensive rebound, though. Before Colorado was unfortunately stripped away, they'll rip it forward to Fulton. That's going to be a foul. Off 2 parts of the rim, no good. 22-18, 23-18 now for the North Carolina Tar Heels. 4:02 remaining here, second half. As a reminder, or if you're just joining us, we're playing the games a little shorter today. Just a little bit. It'll be a grand total of 24 minutes shorter of game time action. We want to get you hyped. We want to get you excited, but we also, we don't want to wear you out. So we're working with 7-minute halves today. Just give you a nice taste of what we're working with. And also, if a game gets into a blowout, you don't have to watch it that long. So it's a win-win. All right, Terry brings it up the floor. They push the lead out to 8. North Carolina has. Working it around the side. That's Givens. Givens back to Terry. Terry over to Harris. Harris trying to find some room there. Nothing doing. Back to Terry. Terry back to Harris. Harris back to Givens. Givens inside to Terry. Terry says, no thank you, I don't want that. No, Givens, a couple of blocks there by the North Carolina Tar Heels, and then a foolish play there. Absolutely foolish play. With a backcourt violation, that's okay, he'll make up for it. You know what, that's on me. I got you on the next one. I'll get the steal. No big deal. No big deal, I got the steal. That's what he said in the huddle. Verbatim. There's a kick over to Givens. North Carolina doing a great job at defending those plays so they're not easy threes. The run is up to 10 here. Actually, I shouldn't say that the run is up to 10. The lead is up to 10. 28-18 as we wind down to 2:30 remaining. Driving in the lane. Into a double team and still almost got that to go. Offensive rebound. That got blocked. Somehow that wasn't a goaltend. A lot going on there all at once. Kick over to Kerr. Kerr bounce pass to Terry. Excellent play. That's going to be a 3-point opportunity for the Colorado Buffaloes. Terry to the line. Terry nails it. They're down at touchdown. 28-21. I bet the Buffaloes wish they were playing football. Mainly because they could score 7 points on one drive. That's a nice play inside. Colorado had great defensive positioning, just put the wrong hand up. Got it over that dropped shoulder, and that's 2 points. Lead back out to 9. Going to dance around, find some room there at the top of the key. Harris, he's going to pull the trigger. He will bury the 3. Starting to feel it a little bit. There's still time. Minute and 43 seconds is plenty of time here in the second half. You have fouls, you have timeouts, you have lots of stuff at your disposal. You can't give up threes like that, though. Speaking of timeouts, Colorado will take one. And with that, I will take it. Didn't even get it open before they came back. So Colorado down 8. 93 seconds to go. Nice play run inside. Colorado needs a stop and a 3. Stop and a 3 to give themselves a realistic chance at making up the deficit. That's a good play by Colorado, but they just couldn't get anything. We might get a foul here. Nope, we're going to get a jam. We're going to get a jam. Colorado ran pretty good defense there. They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. They actually don't even really have to foul just yet. They have to come away with 3 points now. Oh, I'm sorry, it's an 8-point game. They will have to foul immediately. I'm being told by the producer, yes, I am an idiot, yes. Okay. 34-28, 6-point game. They don't have to foul immediately. That is the trick. See if we can get some kind of... Oh, that should have been a backcourt violation. I can't believe that was not a backcourt violation. That's a backcourt violation. Wow. So Colorado now. Beasley back to Harris. 40 seconds to go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. They're gonna get a 5-second violation. You are kidding me. Colorado, what are you doing? North Carolina gifted you an opportunity. Stolen on the inbounds pass. That's a viable strategy. We've seen that working a little bit. There's a 3. Short off the left iron. We'll see some fouling here. North Carolina's going to go ahead and wrap this game up from the free throw line, I would assume. You do have the option, or the opportunity, I should say, to try and steal an inbounds pass. Like we just saw. Doesn't happen super frequently, but it is a possibility. Carolina will go to the line. Back to 7. And back up to 8. So 36-28, 22.3 remaining. Colorado is going to take a timeout. And I will lean back a little bit. Just take a little breather, a little relaxer here. Not the closest game in the world. Colorado made it interesting. They were never totally out of it. Carolina just hit more shots. They got a few steals. They got a lot of blocks as well. They got some good bounces on the offensive side of the ball. Colorado said, you know what, we're good. We're good. So there you go. That is game 1 of 4 we'll be doing today. How do I do this? Prediction results. North Carolina getting the victory. I'm going to probably keep that up. Here we go. I'm balancing a lot all at once, which is probably not my strongest suit, but that's okay. That's okay. We are going to take a look at day number 2 of games here. We'll get you set first. Game mode. And here, Mascot game. Game number 2 that we are looking at here is going to be Tennessee and Florida. This is a big football rivalry. So we'll do... Tennessee's away. Tennessee and Florida. And that'll be for our next prediction. So let's get this... How do I want to do that? I would just very much like to change this. Can I not do that here? Is there like a cooldown? Alright. Maybe this isn't going to work the way I hoped it would work. Let's see what happens when this timer pools. I like that I've made the game shorter to like condense things and keep it moving, and now I'm stuck looking at a progress bar slowly decreasing. Actually, you know what? We'll look at day number 2. Go ahead, just fuck it. Round 1, part number 2, which I believe I have up here. Yes. That will feature the following teams. The team we actually just saw... Oh, wait, hold on. I just have to... No? How do I do this? How do you... Oh, okay. Who wins? Florida. We'll give this one, we'll give it 2 minutes. Alright. Get your predictions in if you can. We'll get this going. The game music is way louder than you. Fuck. Hopefully that's better. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Who wins? I don't know what happens if there's only one person that votes. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's all a test run. We have Colorado, team that we just saw. So you know what they look like. I'm also not as up on the microphone as I probably should be. But that's fine. Thank you for letting me know. We have Colorado, and they are going to be taking on East Tennessee State. There you go. Buffaloes and Bucks. We have Miami in the next game, taking on LM Miami, and they will be taking on Boston College. Boston College. There you go. Battle of the Birds, Hurricanes, Eagles. That's good stuff. We have Villanova in Pittsburgh in the next one. Wherever that's a V. You can hear you now. It's just a bit overpowering. That seems better. Okay, I will make a note of that. We have Villanova taking on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, LMNOP. Pittsburgh team we'll see a little bit later. Arizona. Arizona is next. Oh my god. Arizona, the Wildcats. They probably should have been... Arizona should probably take on East Tennessee. Battle of the Pirate Hats. Arizona will be taking on a fan favorite, I would say, in the Northwestern Wildcats. Everybody loves the Wildcat. They're very cute. Wildcat on, Wildcat weekend happening there. Next up, we have the hometown team, my hometown team, Gonzaga, taking on New Mexico. And I think I have this flipped correctly. I do. This will actually be in Gonzaga. So I should actually show this correctly. Gonzaga, they're not playing with themselves. We have New Mexico. Oh my god, I don't know my alphabet. New Mexico. New Mexico will be visiting Gonzaga. It's a gray out game. Game number 6 sees Michigan State taking on Georgia Tech. I appreciate when they are like right next to each other. There you go. This is a good matchup. I like this color scheme. Green and yellow. I'm a big fan of it. Get the bees and the Spartans. This one's good. I like this one. We have Clemson and Mississippi State coming up next. So we'll go all the way back to the C's. Clemson's picture always gets me. It just gets me. And then Mississippi State, MISSI, SSI, PPI. And they are the Bulldogs. It's an interesting matchup. We got a naked tiger taking on a clothed bulldog. And then last but not least, for day number 2, we have Penn State, another, I believe, naked team, or maybe they wear a jersey. Maybe they're just pantsless. Penn State, the Nittany Lions, taking on Alabama. Might be the penultimate fan favorite. Penultimate is the wrong word. Powerhouse fan favorite, Alabama. The Lumpies, they're lovingly referred to. And that'll get you through day number 2. Alright, let's see. How'd that prediction go? Just the way I thought it would. For right now, we have another game to get to. It is Tennessee. It is Florida. And they are playing against each other. So technically a top 25 matchup for you. And we'll get this going here. Again, hardest difficulty. We're just working with 7 minutes. We want to give you a taste. We want to tease you, tantalize you for the full tournament. We don't want to wear you out. So we'll get this going. Again, just watching, hanging out, enjoying it, drinking water, which I should be doing because I probably am like massively dehydrated. My body's like, dude, give us water, please. And I'm like, Mountain Dew. Would you like some more Mountain Dew? Would you like that? And it's like, no, please help. We'd like water. Mountain Dew. Florida wins the tip, and they have one of my favorite courts. I just like the color palette and the color scheme of it. I like the mismatched hardwood. This is a good court. And they got off to a fast start. Getting 2 quick points there. Tennessee, this is a good matchup. This is an SEC matchup. It's a big deal in the SEC. Pryor driving on the left side. Got a whole lot of room. Albert, the alligator, not giving him a ton of breathing room. Passes to Everett. Everett working around the outside. Everett with a little turnaround jump shot. Nothing doing there. Fletcher does come up with it. Bowen. I wonder how many of these names are the same. Howard to Myers. That's a new one. Blanchard to Fletcher. Nice quick pass inside, and that'll jam it home for 2. 4-0 for Florida. And it is quickly 6-0. This is not a good start for Tennessee. If you're thinking about picking Tennessee, maybe don't. That's a name that I cannot pronounce. Solobastral? Over to Everett. I understand that one. I get that. Back to Pryor. Oh, nice move to drive inside. That's into a double team. A couple of generous bounces, but just couldn't quite get it, and then just gets annihilated on the block there. Fletcher passes to his left. Myers going to get fouled. Shot too strong, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Tennessee off to a horrendous start. Myers feeling it. Polson. It's the friendly home roll. Tennessee, what do you have for us? Everett, you going to make this interesting? A little more of a full court press here. Getting close to a backcourt violation. Fell for a midcourt trap. Got a guy wide open for 3. Nothing doing. Running a screen. There you go. Everett, nice defense. That's a deep 3. Short off the left iron. No good. Myers, pumped, feeling it. Fletcher, Blanchard. That is a jam, and his is a 10-0 run. My goodness. Pryor from the top, off the left, no good. Almost ran out of bounds, threw it in at the last second. Looked really cool for his cheerleader girlfriend. Big fan. Myers to Bowen. Bowen. Myers blocked on the inside there. Finally a good play for Tennessee. It's going to be a goaltending. Not the way you want to start a game, by your only 2 points being a goaltend, but sometimes you just got to take what it gives you, you know? Oh, there you go. There's another steal. Tennessee trying to make this game interesting. 10-2. 4 minutes left, first half. Flipping it out. Everett, big 3 off the left iron. No good. Just a little too strong, man. I like the play, though. He had a good look at it. He's trying to cut the deficit down to 5. 2 quick passes inside. Very difficult to defend for whatever reason in this game. Or in these games, I should say. This is the 4th different game we've used. The 5th different tournament. Solobasol. That is out of bounds. And it's helpful that that's in here because that looks a lot like the defensive foul that got called in the previous game. But that was, in fact, an out-of-bounds play. So Tennessee making some good plays on defense. Passes forward to Pryor. Pryor with a one-on-one. Nice layup and in, 2-2. But they haven't been able to convert. That's the struggle Tennessee's had. Bowen. That's a 2. Feet can be a little tricky in this. I'm surprised I have not mentioned that until now, but they can be a smidge hard to figure out exactly where they are. Sometimes it'll look like they're out of bounds. They're not. The 3 might look like a 2 might look like a 3. 3 might look like a 2. It's all very weird. But we just trust the scoreboard. It's never steered us wrong before. That was a very odd rotation on the defensive side there. Howard to go to the line to shoot 2. First on Pryor. First free throw is good. And the second is good as well. 14-6 here. Needs him about 3/4 court. Pass over to Pryor. Solobasal. Nice drive inside. Got to move to give him some room. That's another goaltending. Half of Tennessee's points are goaltending points, which is bad. Very bad. Stolen away again by Tennessee. Everett's going to drive the lane. He'll score a point. And since it was a 10-0 run, it is now a 10-4 run on the Tennessee side of things. So, good little move there. Bowen lost the ball. Out of bounds, Florida ball, unfortunately. Howard directing traffic into the corner. They had a guy open, elected not to do it. Kind of drifted to the right. That's a defensive foul. That's going to be 3 shots from the line. Oh my goodness. Third team foul. First on Solobasal. First one's good. 15-10. Second one is good as well. One more coming from the line to push it to a 7-point game. About 2 minutes remaining or so. Off the right iron, no good, so only 2 of 3. Fires the ball forward. Somebody went for a steal animation. Pryor caught the ball. And that was an easy basket. That is the easiest of easy baskets. Fletcher outside. The pass got picked. Mosley. Solobasal up to Everett. That guy in the middle of the lane just couldn't get to him. Solobasal back across to Everett. Working a couple of guys. There's a spacing issue for... Oh my goodness. There was a spacing issue for Tennessee, and then there was a blocking issue for Tennessee. Pryor working it around the side. Neither of those shots ever hit the rim. So the shot clock never reset. Quick inside feed. And that's going to be a foul. So, shooting 2 from the line can cut the lead down to just 2. 16-13. Off the right iron, no good. Solobasal, no good. Couldn't quite get it. And an unfortunate series of events for the Tennessee Volunteers, who trail by 1 basket, strip the ball. Howard comes up with it. So he's calling a play. The Tennessee player finally gets up off the floor as Blanchard jams it with under a minute to go now. Pryor brings it into the forecourt. Pass to the right, Everett. Bounce pass inside. Bounce back out to Everett. I believe it's Chen getting the ball there for a brief moment. That's going to be a defensive foul. Florida ball. Just a bunch of mascots falling over there. Turnaround pass. Howard somehow got that pass. I have no idea how. Oh my goodness. Lovely shot there. 5-0 run here for Florida. And quickly, it seems like just as quickly as Tennessee got back into the game, they are almost all out of it. Nice bounce there to drop it. And it is 21-15. So, 6-point game with 9 to go. 6. That's a 3, and that's a big run. That's a big splash of a 3. Chen's going to take it. Left side, no good. Tennessee made a great run. They got it to 16-13. after being down 10-0. So it's kind of, another, that's a steal, but it's on the other side. Instead of Tennessee stealing, it is a Florida steal. That is out of bounds. Florida ball, an excellent block there. Thought it was a foul. Kind of surprised they were going to give him a celebration animation, but no, it's just a nice play. There's a good rebound for Tennessee. Still plenty of time here, even though the halves are a little bit shorter in this hype stream game. Off the right, or left iron, excuse me, tip back in. We're all good. So it's a 7-point game. Haven't had anything really come down to the wire yet. Granted, there are only 4 games. You know, chances are not all 4 of them are going to be magnificent. If you like these games, you can watch them live. This tournament tips off March 4th, 2 p.m. Pacific time, as Florida buries another 3. There'll be 8 games a day, 4 hours of content each game, about 30 minutes. I don't know if I'll worry about the predictions. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like one extra step that I don't really need to worry about. But, be updating the brackets live as they happen. Shot no good. Florida's given Tennessee some chances here, but I think it's a ton of fun. I hope you'll join. Hope you'll hang out and enjoy the basketball, enjoy the streams. We'll have a little something extra at the end of each of the Mascot Madness tournaments as well. So these should take from 2 p.m. to about 6 p.m. or so. And then after that, I'll take a little break, and then we'll move on to something a little different. I have some fun games to check out over the month of March. We have a couple of new games coming out. We have Kill It With Fire. K's and the Wild Masks is coming out. That game's fantastic. Replayed the demo of it. Very good. Stripped away again. Just couldn't come up with a loose ball. Down 6, you got to come up with those defensive plays if you're Tennessee. And then a mystery poll from Limited Run Games. That's coming in the mail, so we're going to check that out, see what that's all about. Play for a little bit, maybe. Kind of afraid that it's terrible, so I should make sure that I have a backup game, just in case. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming up. I have a new series, Movie Monday. That was hugely successful. Then I left my Twitch on because I needed to upload that video. I got up in the morning and somebody was playing like Movie Game Monday or something. I was like, God damn it. The one time you think you come up with a somewhat original idea, like shit, somebody way more famous and is doing it probably better. That's okay. You're making the content you like, you make the content you like. And I like what I'm doing for Movie Monday. Hopefully you'll check it out. Actually, Thursday, we have a special Movie Monday presentation happening after the March Mascot Madness. We're celebrating Rango's 10th anniversary. About 10 years ago, Thursday, March 4th. Pretty wild. Big 3 there off the left iron, no good. That movie features what might be my favorite criticism of my mom's of any movie I've ever heard her talk about. My mom does not like Rango because the animals are not proportional to each other. It's not correct. And it's very funny to me. But I love Rango. Rango, not only a great movie, but actually has a pretty good video game with it. So there's something to look forward to. Friday we'll be checking out Kill It With Fire. A game that I was lucky enough to get a code for. So shout out to Tiny Build for doing that. It's a shot by Tennessee. 2:34. We still see an interesting ending here to this game. Tennessee's going to need to cut this lead down to 4 in the next 90 seconds or so. They got to get something going here on the defensive side of the ball. That is not what I was referring to. Giving up a basket like that, not great. Bum-ba-da-dum-bum-bum. Short off that right iron. And we're looking at just another kind of a dud of a finish, but sometimes the teams just don't play very well. It's unfortunate. Tennessee actually played pretty well defensively. He says while he yawns. Yeah, but Tennessee seemed to play pretty well defensively. They were able to get some steals and stuff, but they just can't do anything on the offensive end to make them competitive in this game, which sounds like a weird statement to make because they did actually make the game competitive, but they just weren't able to get over that hump. They weren't able to tie that game, and when things started to fall apart again, they couldn't regain that momentum. We see that actually quite a lot in these games where one of the teams will kind of stick around just long enough, but they'll only get to 4 points behind. They'll only get to 6 points behind, and then the other team will go on a run, and it'll kind of just be over. As Florida, seems to be content with just dribbling this out. Hook shot up and good. In your face. Suck it. Under a minute to go. And we're looking at another hometown victory. Shot up, shot good. 39-28. Tennessee's showing a little resistance on the defensive side of the ball. Myers to Howard. Howard to Bowen. Back to Howard. Back to Myers. Back to Howard. Back to Myers. Three's no good. Offensive rebound. Jam home. 41-28. 13-point gain. Didn't even take a final. Well, they kind of did. Short off the left iron. No good. All right. So Florida won. All that kind of counts down. We'll go ahead and just exit the match. We'll jump right into showing you the next matchup of games. This is going to lead off with what might be my favorite matchup of the entire tournament. It is beautiful. It is wonderful. It is fantastic. I love it. I hit the wrong thing. I'm too excited. Game modes. Dropping down to Mascot. Bam. We are taking a look at the first game, which is Minnesota. Oh, hang on. I need to fix the thing. Hold on. Remember, I keep saying, I'm trying to cut down time. I keep dropping stuff. Immediately ripped something off the table. Okay. We have what might be the best matchup. Bear with me. We have Minnesota. Minnesota taking on that other team that's doing the thing. I'm just going to blow this up. Taking on Tulsa. The Golden Hurricanes and the Golden Gophers, the Golden double feature. Looking great. Oh, it's fantastic. Next up, we have LSU and Georgia. two teams that we will actually be seeing today in the back half of this tournament. I don't know how to spell. We have LSU. We have the Georgia Bulldog, part of one of three teams whose name starts with George. Georgia, Georgetown, and Georgia Tech. That is game number 2. This is a big SEC matchup, big rivalry in the SEC. We'll stay in the SEC for the next team, which is South Carolina. And they will be heading to Dayton to take on the Flyers. So the Gamecocks and the Flyers doing that. That'll be game number 3 of part number 3. Then we have a pretty good looking matchup here. At least half of it is. We have Oklahoma, the Boomer Sooners. Okay, Boomer. And we have them taking on the Syracuse Orange. Syracuse, big fan favorite. They were in one of the tournaments pretty deep, either the third place game or the finals, but they have not been back. So there you go. There's Syracuse taking on OK Boomer himself, Oklahoma. Kicking off the next portion of part 3 of the stream is going to be UCLA, the Bruins, taking on the Bears. Battle of the Bears here. Bruins, Baylor. I prefer Baylor in this matchup just from a look perspective. Something about the eyebrows on the UCLA Bruins I just don't like. Don't enjoy. Then we'll go down to Utah to see Utah State. And they will be taking on the Memphis Tigers. The Tony the Tigers. Memphis, totally original joke I thought of all by myself. No one's ever called Memphis Tigers, Tony the Tigers ever before in the history of the world. I can't believe it took some nerd on Twitch to do it, but I did. Then we have a new competitor in BYU. We'll be visiting them. And BYU has to substitute in for Cincinnati because Cincinnati is not in this game. So we have the Brigham Young Cougars, BYU. And they are taking on one of my favorites, one of my personal picks, just a team that I enjoy. Weber State. The Wildcats, I believe I pronounced it incorrectly for the first 3 tournaments. I said Weber State, but it is actually Weber State. And that's the Wildcats. So Wildcats and Cougars. Meow meow. And then last but not least, we have a team that I specifically put in the end in the slot just because I like them a lot. The Wisconsin Badgers. And they will be taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. I'm glad that this game, by the way, only has one song. This is a top 10 matchup, which is pretty cool. In Wisconsin, home of the best team in the history of the world, the Green Bay Packers. They will be taking on Kansas. And that is the third round of the games. Or the third part of the games. This is still round 1. This is all round 1. Round 1 takes up literally half of the tournament. It's the first 4 of 8 parts. God, you just have the one song? Just the one? We only know one. Alright. In order to continue to get us excited, we're going to watch another game. We're going to Spokane, Washington, aka my hometown. We're going to watch the Gonzaga. That's not Gonzaga. There they are. Gonzaga Bulldogs take on the LSU Tigers. Also, I'm incorrect. Georgia is not in this. I thought Georgia was, but I miscounted. What am I doing? LSU Tigers. Gonzaga is surprisingly not ranked in this game. They have been a perennial power for 20 years at this point, but they're not ranked here. So we are going to Spokane, Washington. It always saves the settings. I usually just double check it, but this also doesn't matter, so whatever. I don't know if Gonzaga has had a home game, so I actually made sure that Gonzaga gets a home game. I think I fixed it the same day I recorded that video because I just wasn't paying attention. Alright, here we go. Bulldogs, Tigers. Tip is won by the Tigers. Upton, first hands on the ball there. Reese, Malcolm's brother, came into play. Bounce pass over to Wheeler. Into Bayless. Skip Bayless. As in Skip Bayless. Because he is an awful commentator. Sports personality. He's the worst. Fuck Skip Bayless. Alright, moving on. Wheeler trying to drive in. Got a double team. Got stripped. It's going to be a foul. That's going to be an and one opportunity here. I forget what I call it. I don't call it an and one opportunity because I don't want to give them free advertising. But I forget what the joke I made was. Shot up and good. So LSU takes the lead 3-2 on the foul. LSU plays the very boring style of defense known as full court defense. This is how Louisville was so successful. So we'll hope that teams like this get eliminated early because it's so dull. Upton steals the ball. Passes the ball over to Wheeler. Wheeler inside to Bayless. Bayless is going to get, Addis got a little handsy there. Mills. Over to Upton. Upton drive it inside into two Gonzaga defenders. No problem for him. Puts it up and in. 5-2. Looks like LSU is kind of backing off that full court pressure. Which is a little surprising just because it worked. Full pass inside to Marshall, and LSU will repay the three-point play by giving Gonzaga an opportunity for a three-point play. Marshall. Shot up, shot good, so we are all dotted at 5. Couple of 2s for each team, couple of 3s the hard way for each team. Gonzaga working with a little bit of a half-court trap sort of situation. Upton had the opportunity for a 3, took 2 steps, took the 2, missed. So the Gonzaga basketball. Fletcher working around. Marshall. Hot pass into Addis. That hot pass leads to hot points. 7-5. 5-0 run for the Bulldogs. The first 2 minutes of this game. Game number 3. After this, we'll take a look at the final batch of matchups. We'll watch the final game, and then we'll get the heck on out of here. Wheeler spin move into the lane. Nothing doing there. Nice pick there by Fletcher. Going to pass it to the left to Hunt. Hunt into 2 defenders. Just couldn't quite get the touch on it to drop for points. Instead, it's a rebound for LSU. Reese for 3 off the left iron. No good. Fletcher has the ball. Passes up. They got an open guy in the corner. The ball instead is stripped. It's Willis. Or Wills. I'm not sure. Mills. It's actually Mills. Bayless blocked on the interior. Addis bounce pass to Fletcher. Little contact there. Rolls around a bunch. No foul call. No points. No nothing. Gonzaga coming up empty-handed over the last couple of possessions. Still holds a 2-point lead as we get to about a minute of scoreless basketball here. 2-on-1 opportunity. That was a great read right there. That was a great read. Held onto the ball just long enough to get the defender to bite up. Took a step too far forward. Was able to slide it in behind. Easy points. Really hit the H in that behind. I didn't mean to. My apologies. 9-5. Dolly Parton's favorite time of the day. Now it's 9-6 or 6-9. Nice. Fletcher. Over to Marshall in the corner. Marshall bounce pass into Hunt. Hunt going for the jam, and they will successfully jam it. Game was 5-2. It's now 11-6 in favor of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with a big run here. Upton trying to drive inside. Drawing another foul. That's the 3rd team foul. Or I'm sorry, the 4th team foul. Excuse me, for the Gonzaga Bulldogs. First shot is good. 7-11. Shout out to that place. Second shot up, so down to 3. Sullivan coming in for somebody. A long pass for not much of a reason. That is one of about, I don't know, 150 times that has actually worked in that manner. Nice deep pass there to get past the defense that LSU was trying to work with. Bayless trying to drive inside. Spin move. And that's another foul. This is a lot of fouls. This would be a lot of fouls in a regular length game. This is even more of a lot of fouls in a game that has 3 minutes cut off of each half. Rattles around the rim. Shot is up and good. Ty Crockett coming on in. LSU working again with the full court pressure. Gonzaga beat it last time by just throwing a long pass up the floor. Ooh, nice lob over the defender there. Fletcher. Bounce pass into that person whose name was blocked. I couldn't read it. Big giant throw up there. And just nothing is working for Gonzaga like that. Back outside to Wheeler, open 3. Oh my goodness, if you gotta make that. That was a great play. That was a good look. Sullivan, James P. Should have kept the ball in his hands. Strip the ball away. Gonzaga can't come up with the open or the loose ball. Guy just kind of laying on the floor there. Kick it over to Reese. Reese. A couple steps inside, nails the 2. You have a spot, you have a spot on the floor that you feel confident in, go for it. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Marshall passing into Ross. Ross back outside to Fletcher. Fletcher into Marshall. Everything's happening on the right side of the court. He gets kind of shoved. It's weird. Looks like he's ice skating. Back outside. Flipped all the way over to Marshall. Marshall just stepped out of bounds. He said, I don't want this ball anymore. I have no interest in it. I'd like to go home. Hello, sir. There's 8.5 total minutes of game time left. You can't go home. Well, I guess I'll stay on the court. That's off the right iron. No good. LSU regains the lead on the putback, though. Gonzaga tried for a little bit of like a half-ass kind of full court pressure, but like wasn't really a full court pressure. Into the corner for Marshall. He'll take a step inside the 3 to try and get a 2. Nothing doing. 65 seconds to go here. Wheeler flipping it up circus style. Nothing doing there. That is a goaltending. And LSU is on a run. And Gonzaga is down 3 with a minute to go. Stolen by Bayless. Just like everyone's time with anyone who watches Skip Bayless talk. All he is a thief of time. He is a thief of joy. I hate so much about the things he chooses to be. Anytime someone tries to talk, you make it stupid, Skip Bayless. I don't know why I've decided to take this time to shit all over you, but, you know, it's just what happens. Remember, hashtag fuck Skip Bayless. Okay. Emphasis on fuck. Capital F-U-C-K. If you don't know him, don't learn about him. You'll just make yourself miserable. Back out to Upton here. Working around. What do you think Sully's middle name is, by the way? It's P. Sullivan, James P. Sullivan. For some reason, I'm getting a real Peter vibe out of it, you know? James Peter Sullivan. Upton with a nice steal there. Bounce pass ahead to Wheeler. That's pretty good defense by Gonzaga there, by James P. Sullivan himself. Getting a little Peter. James Pete. You can call him the Petester. And he'll say, I don't like that. Marshall keys the ball into Ross. Ross driving inside, blocked by the LSU player, whose name I don't know. Reese to Upton. Upton back out to Wheeler. There were 3 Gonzaga defenders right there. Kicks the ball out to Upton. Upton almost stepped out of bounds there for about a half second. It's like Upton felt the line, was like, oh, don't put your foot all the way down there, bud. 8 on the shot clock. They kind of just run around here, burn a lot of time. Three-pointer is up, no good. Rebound by Mr. Peter Sullivan. Marshall drove inside, was a one-on-two opportunity. Ross spins around, flips that all the way across the court. Fletcher with a nice three to, it's good, by the way. With a nice three-point shot to tie the game up here with 6 minutes remaining. Gonzaga can't come up with a loose ball. Upton driving inside. It's going to be a foul. So the first foul of the second half. And that is number 1 on Mike Ross. Oh, my goodness. That was unbelievably short. Shot is up. Shot is good. So LSU regains a 1-point lead. Or regains the lead by 1 point. They'll go with their full court press defense. There you go. Fletcher. Just kind of hung out in the middle. Give this guy enough of a lane. That was not enough of a lane. Mills with a nice steal there. Upton has a 3-on-1 opportunity. That is hard to defend, but somehow they did it. My goodness, what a play there by Gonzaga. To make sure that they keep themselves only down by 1 point. Sullivan trying to dance around on that left side. Not a whole lot of room to do anything with. Back over to Marshall. Marshall drives. Had a little bit more of a lane if he had committed to it, but he started to drive and then kind of backed off a little bit, and I think that threw off what he was trying to do. So with almost 2 minutes gone here, lead going back and forth, 20-19. 3 for LSU. Tipped in, no good. Attempted tip in. Fletcher dancing around. Got an open guy in the corner. There he goes. Makes a nice cut to the basket. Almost missed that shot. And just like that, it is 22-19. These are about the scores you're looking at for the end of the first half or so. It's kind of low 20s, low 30s, mid 20s, somewhere in there. I know we're not there right now, but yeah, still another 30 seconds or so. Marshall on the outside. It's also been a game where the shots have not been falling for either team. We've seen scores as high as 40 in the past in the first half of action. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Oh no, Sullivan's going to have to jack up a 3 here. Did he get that off? Wow, a 35-second shot clock violation. Gonzaga did a lot of passing, and it was mostly around the perimeter, which is bad. That is even worse. Shot clock violation to an easy 2 is not the combo you're looking for. It's a great combination for LSU, who now finds themselves down only 1. It's been a tough game for LSU. Done a good job managing, or making a comeback, I should say, not managing, but making a comeback. Defensive foul. So that'll be on Gonzaga. Team foul number 2, personal foul number 2 on Fletcher. Shot clock resets, so they have a full 35, down to 30 now. 3:27. Second half of action here. Game number 3. Nice steal there by Moss. He was just right in the middle there, just kind of sucked up that space, and there was no way around him there. Nice pass inside to Fletcher. Fletcher was incorrectly batched up against what looks like a center. It's a nice quick pass inside. I'm good with that foul. I like that foul there. Mike Ross, second personal, 4th team foul. Make him learn it the hard way. 22-22. Do we see a shift back to the LSU side? We do. LSU has made so few shots that I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They run a full court defense every time they get the ball like that. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that spin pass was, but Wheeler did. He knew where it was going. That is out of bounds. Gonzaga ball. So kind of a wasted opportunity there for the LSU Tigers. Got a really nice steal on a silly looking pass. but unfortunately turned it over themselves. Addis, that was, I don't know if that even hit the rim. That was a terrible shot. Reese had an open three, nothing doing there. Into Bayless. Bayless off the right iron. Just like all of his sports takes, misses. Just a huge, big swing and a miss. Addis, deep three again. Finds the iron, but too strong. Couple of plays. Back to back for Addis, taking threes. Reese pass inside to Bayless. Bayless gets blocked, just like every argument he has ever thrown out there. Again, just dump it on Skip Bayless. Just ripping that worthless sack of crap apart. Over to Addis again. That's another three. Third time's the charm? No, unfortunately it's not. Gonzaga remains down one, even though they're playing pretty good defense. They're just not getting good shots on offense. That's the biggest problem. Ross with a nice steal there. Again, good defense for Gonzaga, and that's the shot he makes. He's had some good looks at some threes, and instead he throws up a circus shot in the lane, and that's what goes. 3-point play coming right up. Pew! So I'll give Gonzaga a 2-point lead. They'll shift into a kind of full court-ish press. That actually worked very well. Addis inside to whoever that was. And it's a 4-point game, 129 remaining second half. This one's been a good one. Not only for my commentary of Poop It All or Skip Bayless, but also a good game. That was a nice inside pass there. LSU really needed their defense to come through and get a stop there, and they just couldn't. They're in a good position here with 66 seconds remaining. They're only down 4. Gonzaga's playing aggressive defense. I don't really see the point in doing that when you're up. You're kind of just asking for trouble on the back end. Reese trying to work inside somehow. Back outside to Wheeler. 2, 1. Somebody almost got a foul called on him, but I'm not sure. Somehow that was not an offensive foul. That dude just got bullied. 8, 7. Off the right iron, no good. Gonzaga with the rebound. And surprisingly, LSU not fouling here. There is no shot clock. There they go. Took a lot of time off the clock to do that. Unnecessarily long for them to do that. It was like the coach was indecisive. He's like, I mean, we can't come back. Do I have the players to come back? You know, he's trying to read the room. This would be a huge get for Gonzaga to get a big school like this to come to Spokane. It would be nearly guaranteed. Pardon me. It would be nearly guaranteed. What's it called? Primetime television. Like ESPN would be there. Game day. I mean, game day for basketball has been to Spokane several different times. Took them forever to go to Washington State though. So 31-25. See what LSU wants to do here. They'll jack up a 3. That was an air ball. They couldn't even make the rebound. Wow. All right. Maybe not the most fantastical finish, but a pretty competitive and good game for the most part, as Gonzaga will take the victory 31-25. All right, we'll get on out of here. We got one more set of games to look at and one more game to watch. Honestly, I could probably just do 3 games and then bookend it. That would be smart. All right, one last set of games to look at. Go to game modes. Let it load mascot game. Florida, team we saw earlier today, is going to be taking on Southern Mississippi. There's the Florida Gators. Here is Southern Mississippi. Golden Eagles. This is where Brett Favre went to college. They get the unenviable task of taking on the number 1 team in the country for tip-off on day number 4. Next up, we have NC State. I went the wrong way. NC State, the Wolfpack, they're going to go take on Ball State. Cardinals. I saw a lot of red going on here. They're almost... Well, no. I was going to say they're the inverse of each other, but they're actually not even close at all. Next, for game number 3, we have Arizona State and Marquette. There's Marquette. We'll see them here again in a second. Arizona State, the Sun Devils. Marquette. And Marquette, the Golden Eagles. I like the Marquette mascot. Sun Devil, it's fine. Their redesign looks better, but fine. Kind of a yellow heavy matchup. He has flames on the side of his sleeves, which I feel like makes me not like him. Also, his mustache. God, it's awful. Alright. Maryland, the Terrapins, the 5th Ninja Turtle, is our next team that we're going to look at here. And they will be taking on Iowa State. Means I need to go back this way. Cyclones, Terrapins. I definitely know who I'm going to pick in this game. I haven't filled out my bracket yet. But hopefully you're using the link right below me, challenge.com/MMM in 2021 to fill out your bracket. You can tell me who you think is going to win. Winner gets a subscription to twitch.tv/Shawnosaurus Rex. Alright. 4 more games to look at here. We have Georgetown. The Hoyas taking on Ohio. This is, I would qualify the Bobcats as a fan favorite. They're great. Green versus blue. The Bobcat just looking like a big doofus. They fixed this mascot in the ensuing years, and in NCAA Football 14 they have this model on the team select screen, but when you go into the game it fixes it and gives it the new mascot, which is much closer to the logo that it actually looks like. I don't know why this looks the way it does, but it's fantastic. North Carolina is a team that we saw play today, and they are the next team that we will take a look at. North Carolina, and they are taking on another team that I really like, the Temple Owls. Well, red versus blue here. The Temple Owls, just a good looking mascot. I like it a lot. We have 2 more games to look at. We have Arkansas. Arkansas, the Razorbacks. They will have to travel to Connecticut. A state and a word that I do not like spelling. The first part's fine. It's the C-T-I-C-U-T. That's the part that I do not like. I also don't like that he's not wearing pants. Not a fan of that. There you go. And then finally, game number 32 to round it all out is the always happy to see it Ohio State and Stanford. Stanford Tree. Ohio State Buckeyes. There you go. It's in Stanford this year because of it being in March. In March, Stanford and Washington State get the home games. In September, Ohio State and Washington get the home games. So there you go. Those are all 32 matchups that you can look forward to viewing throughout the first round of March Mascot Madness. Again, that's tipping off March 4th, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Runs for about 4 hours. We'll be doing some more stuff afterwards. But it's a grand old time. I hope you'll join us and or or join me, I should say. Me in the chat. Whoever's in the chat, join us to hang out and enjoy the game. Right now, we're going to watch one more game. Pittsburgh. This game, this random number picker picks so many teams that are in the top 25. And Pittsburgh is taking on newcomer BYU. So it's putting me to sleep. I don't know why I'm going like that. I usually just go like this. So Pitt and BYU. Panthers, Cougars. The Pitt Panther is so stupid looking. All-American. Yeah, All-American, 7 minutes. Baseline mid. We are good to go. One final game. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the video. The day this posts is the day that Mascot Madness debuts. Tournament number 5. Mascot Madness number 3 in March. It's a great tournament. I enjoy it. We have a naked Panther, a fully clothed Cougar, and we are off. 7-minute halves. This video is going to end up being similar to the length of the other ones, but it's because I rambled and what's it called? Doesn't matter. Oh, I said to fix the settings for some reason. I don't know why it didn't. Can it not load settings and rosters at the same time? BYU gets a lovely, friendly roll there, and they get on the board first. Benson, oh my gosh. James and Elise Williams' dog is playing on the Pittsburgh Panthers team. Team that doesn't really look like a Panther considering the Panthers are black. Beautiful, just terrifying animal. You look at it and you go, I would like to be nowhere near you. I would very much like to just watch this on television. I have no interest of being in the wild. With the Panther. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in the wild with the Cougar either. I also wouldn't want to play Red Dead Redemption because there are a lot of Cougars in that game, and they are very scary. They might be the scariest video game adversary of all time. Mr. X. Mr. X is a baby, okay? Mr. X sucks. You know what's terrifying? A Cougar. Cougar just and he kills your horse. And you're like, oh, fucking God. I pooped my pants. I got so scared. There's a basketball game happening. This is the kind of commentary you can expect from March or September Mascot Madness. With a fantastic video. The number 5 matchup might be the single best piece of content or chunk of content I've ever done. Oh, that was a great play by Franklin. Oh my gosh. We have Benson the dog. We have Franklin the turtle. Unbelievable. That was a great play. Used the screen very well to just drive down the lane and get an easy basket. I think every one of the games that we've played tonight has had a 6-9 score at some point. Well, or when it's 6-9. So a lot of nice games tonight. Gonzalez. Quick double pass into Morrison. Into Franklin. That was a couple of block shots there. Toll's going to pass to his right. No, he's not going to take it all the way himself. He knows his mom's in the audience. He wants to impress her. That's a nice move in midair. Get around the defender and make the baskets. Well, on lead changes here. It was 9-6 Pitt. Or was it 9-6 BYU? I'm not really sure. I'll be honest. At this point in the stream, he was running on fumes. My goodness. The Pitt defense right there was running on fumes because there was no one there to do anything. The center's like, you want me to guard the basket? Pittsburgh. What are you doing? You're celebrating. You're down by 1. Settle it down. There's a float pass. That's a great play there. Going up to Tolles. And just like that, even with the celebration, Pittsburgh gets some points there. They are now lead by 1. 2 quick passes in to win. That's a nice play there. Klein brings it up over to Benson. Benson stolen by Gonzalez. Gonzalez up to Franklin. Franklin dances around behind the 3-point line. Saw that he did not have a lot of help. So he just kind of waited. A couple nice baskets there by Wynn. Missed that first one just a little too strong. But did that thing where you miss it and you know you're going to miss it, so you chase it down. Rewards himself. A nice basket to give BYU a 3-point lead. Franklin with the ball. Got a guy running up the court. Thought maybe about going in the middle of the floor, but decided, you know what, I don't want to do that. Morrison into Wynn. Blocked. Morrison with the loose ball. Another block. Wynn with the ball. Hill hook shot it. Nothing doing. Finally, Pitt comes away with a rebound. They had 2 blocks on that possession, and still they got 3 shots. Pitt with a nice deep 3 there. And that'll make it 17-17 with 2:10 remaining here. First half, final game of action today. But don't worry, it's not the final action for March Mascot Madness. Another block. Pittsburgh is absolutely destroying down low. Oh my goodness, that was a steal by Pittsburgh. Klein moving it up the floor. That was just a terrible shot. Trying to get the ball to go up and over, but it just went up. Little whoop. That kind of action. Bam. Just whoop. Defensive foul. BYU going to the line to shoot 2. Plummer picks up his first foul. Franklin goes to the line. First one is good. Can tie it here with a nice make. Second shot is good. 19-19. Klein gets the ball. Pass over. Tolles into Wheeler. Into Plummer. Shot is up. Shot is good. Through the contact. No foul. But still 2 points. So 21-19. Under 90 seconds to go. First half. We got 7 more minutes after this half is all done. I'm getting excited. I'm getting amped. I'm excited to see who wins. I'm excited to fill out my bracket. The website right below you. You have until 2 p.m. Thursday. 2 p.m. Pacific time, I should specify. We have a few bracket entries. Should get a few more, so I'll have some good fun competition. I love March Madness, and this is a dumb way to have some fun. That's what I put my Tinder profile. A dumb way to have some fun. Oh man! All right, Klein's bringing it up. BYU, by the way, has taken the lead with under a minute to go here in the first half. I don't know how that happened because I wasn't paying attention. Too busy making bad jokes. Do you like bad jokes? Do you like basketball? If so, have I got a show for you? There's a nice shot from BYU. A little strong. I like the aggressiveness, though. That's an easy layup for Pitt now on a 4-0 run. They have all the momentum in the game. There's a shot that's up, no good. Put back is jammed home. The clock does not stop, though. All the way up to Benson. Can he hit the buzzer beater to send to the halftime with a lead? No. He cannot. All kinds of momentum here. Not necessarily one of the toughest places to play. Still a venue that is providing momentum to the Pitt Panthers. There's a 3 for Pitt and a friendly home roll for for the Panthers, who are now up 28-25. Cotton into Wynn. Wynn with a nice hook shot there. Cut the lead down to 1. Have I advertised the tournament enough? It's a nice hold there. Seemed like he was in the air for a really long time before he let that ball go. Bounced off the rim a couple of times. Seemed like that ball was on the rim for a pretty long time before it decided to drop in. One minute, 10 seconds gone. Hit up 3. BYU turning the ball over with a 5-second violation. I don't know exactly what it is with these couple of games, 06 and 07. We see a lot of the 5-second violations, or we see a lot of the loops of the 5-second violation almost happening, and it wastes a bunch of the clock. It's very odd. Watching, 64 games or whatever, you start to notice the quirks. Watching, 4 tournaments times 64, 6 times 4 is 24, 252 games or something like that. It's like, oh, you start to see there's some oddities to this. 258 maybe. Yeah, we can do math. I don't have to pay attention to this as closely as some of the other stuff. $256. I was close. Just a little off. Oh my god, my foot is driving me nuts. I bumped it, and it's like, oh. It'll cause all kinds of annoyances for you. Franklin with the ball. Up to the top. 5-point game here, under 5 minutes to go. BYU's in a good position. Gonzalez with a 3. Now they're even in an even better position with Gonzalez making that 3-point shot. I'll make sure I have lots of water ready to roll. This lovely P&W water bottle. Has good color. So I've been trying to use that a little bit more. This is my second bottle of the day, which is pretty good because it lasts about 2 hours, which will be good because the tournament will be broken down into 4 parts. The tournament will be broken down into 8 4-hour parts, but I'll take a break after each, in the middle, after the first 4 games. So if I can have a water bottle that lasts 2 hours, bam, go out, fill it up, bam, ready to roll. Stepped out of bounds. Pittsburgh giving this game away. And by Pittsburgh, I mean BYU, because I got confused at which team it was. Unfortunately, that's a bad turnover for the BYU Cougars. Because they could have tied the game there. Now they're going to have to rely on their defense to give them, another offensive opportunity. Tolles driving inside. Couldn't get the friendly roll. Couldn't get the friendly rebound either. BYU can tie it. Bounce pass to Cotton. With a nice touch there. 3 minutes to go. Tie game. 34-34 second half. Final game of the fun today. Benson. Man, let Benson hit the game-winning shot, huh? That is a magnificent jam home for Pittsburgh. Only up 2. BYU keeping it close, doing a good job of making sure that they're not getting run out of the gym here. That was a very bad play. I don't know why they decided to do that. It looked like the baseline play I was talking about earlier, running on the baseline, come out around the 3 where Tolles is standing. That's a nice shot. But for whatever reason, he got partway up the court and then cut in for that alley-oop that did not do anything. Interesting. Very interesting. Go to a 3 for the Pitt Panthers, who are now up by 3 after the 2 from BYU. 120 seconds to go. Line 3 clanged off the front iron. Franklin, you got to pass that ball inside. What are you doing? Win. There was somebody that was so deep in the zone, and there was no one there. No one was there. Here you go. Ooh, okay. I like the inside pass. What I don't like is the block. And unfortunately, they couldn't get the clean block on their end. So it'll be 39-36. BYU's had a couple of possessions now where they have made poor decisions when the game could have been earlier. They could have tied it. They could have cut it down to 1 point on that last possession, but just a couple of times where BYU has not performed particularly well, where they're like, oh, we're going to tie the game. Oh, no, just step out of bounds. That's fine. All right. BYU takes a timeout. They are in excellent position, and they're going to be... I spoke too soon. I didn't even get the sentence out. I was going to say they were going to be in even better position after that. That was an excellent play. I liked the move to get around, and the block was magnificent. There's a guy wide open in the corner. They got 2 guys wide open in the corner. Bounce pass over to Cotton. Into Morrison. Back out to Cotton. Three, 2, 1. It's a 5-second violation. BYU is doing everything in their power to make sure that Pitt wins this game. $43 to go. Plummer back out to Wheeler. Now, unfortunately for BYU, they're going to have to start fouling here. They want a chance to win this game. There is a shot clock. They are down 2 possessions. This is the time to foul. You need 2 threes, 2 made free throws. I don't know why they took that long. David Morrison's getting subbed out. Line. 3rd team foul. There's a nice steal there. That's an excellent play by BYU. Now they inevitably will throw it away. They won't do anything with it. Nope, they'll just jack up a 3. Yep, okay, that makes sense. That sounds, yeah, that's right. We're good. Oh, foul again. Hopefully there are more inbound pass steals. I think that makes it really interesting. Get a couple shots at it, you know. Really turn the tide, excuse me. Ooh, the 1-and-1 is missed. Timeout BYU. No one wants to win this game. BYU is like, look, Pittsburgh, we'd really like it if you just won this game. And then Pittsburgh's like, nah, what if you came back though? Win for 3 short off the red iron. That'll about do it. Kind of a dud of an ending. It was a pretty competitive game for the most part, but kind of a great couple minutes there at the end. And that will do it. That is the 4th and final game of the Mascot Madness hype stream. Thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I hope you'll join me for the whole tournament. Again, I know I've repeated myself several times. March 4th, 2 p.m. Pacific time. You can go to the website, challenge.com/MMM2021. Fill out your bracket. Winner gets a gift sub to twitch.tv/HonosaurusRex, and it's just a super fun event to hang out and watch. So hopefully you'll join me and the chat and all that good stuff over on Thursday. Again, running every Thursday and Friday through the month of March. So that's the 4th, 5th, 11th, 12th, 18th, 19th, and 25th and 26th. It'll be posted on YouTube 6 a.m. on the 6th, 7th, 13th, 14th, 20th, 21st, 27th, and 28th. So lots of basketball content coming your way. If you like this kind of content and you're watching this on YouTube, scroll on down, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you know when I post new videos and you can stay up to date on all the latest happenings of March Mascot Madness. Twitch.tv/JohnSourceRex is the place to go to watch it live. So if you want to check it out over there, that is the place to be. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you hopefully on Thursday, but we'll see you in the next stream. Have a great night.